Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are in another lecture of PST, JEST, HST and EST, Elementary School Teachers lecture of Science Class 5, chapter number 4 and 5. Our first chapter is Environmental Pollution, that is chapter number 4 from class 5, and this is chapter number 4 and this is chapter number 5. So let's get started. Environmental pollution. You know, the pollution is increasing day by day, and there are three main types of pollution: water pollution, air pollution, and the third type as well. So the air pollution is the main cause of ozone depletion. There is a ozone layer that surrounds our earth, that is called the blanket of the earth. That blanket of the earth saves our earth from the ultraviolet rays and harmful rays of the sun, because of which we are saved. If there is no ozone layer, we will be affected with cancer, skin cancer, if there is no ozone layer. So ozone layer saves us, and it is now depleting, unfortunately. Why is it depleting? The ozone layer is getting destroyed because of air pollution, aerosol sprays, a lot of air pollution from factories, etc. This is depleting the ozone layer, and it is a very detrimental news for the humans. Next point is air pollution is caused by solid, liquid and gas pollutants. There are three types of pollutants. What are pollutants? Pollutants means those things which spoil, which pollute. So there air pollution is caused by solid, liquid and gas pollutants. Solid, which are in the solid form; liquid, which are in the water form; and third one, gas. So there are three pollutants: solid, liquid and gas pollutants in three forms of matter which spoil or pollute our environment. Waterborne diseases are caused by water pollution. Waterborne diseases, those diseases which are caused by water, these are caused by the water pollution. Like for an example, hepatitis, that is spread by water. When we drink water, and then hepatitis goes and we become infected with the virus of hepatitis. So waterborne diseases are caused by water pollution. Next one is cholera, diarrhea and typhoid are caused by microbial pollutants. What are microbial pollutants? Microbial pollutants are those pollutants which are living things but are very small and they cause harm to us. They are pollutants. What kind of harms? Like cholera, there are viruses of cholera. These are microbial. We cannot see them with our eyes, but when we use microscope, then we can look into them. Cholera, diarrhea and typhoid are three of the diseases which are caused by microbial pollutants, which we cannot see with our naked eyes but can see through a microscope. Next one is asthma. What's asthma? Asthma is a respiratory disease. A person feels very much difficulty while breathing because of asthma, and it's due to air pollution. When there is a lot of smoke and pollutants, air pollutants in the air, then we get what is called asthma, and it's a disease of respiratory system. It affects our respiration also, and respiratory system, our lungs as well, and we feel very much difficulty to breathe during this disease. So this chapter ends over here. Now we would head towards our next chapter, chapter number 5, matter and changes in its state. We will discuss what is matter. Let's repeat that anything which has weight and can occupy space is called matter. Its state. Now, how many states does it have? It has 3 states: solid, liquid and gas. So 3 states of matter and changes in its state. How a thing changes. Let's get started. The melting point of ice is 0 centigrade. When the ice starts to melt, it is at 0 degree Celsius, 0 degree centigrade. Below that, it is completely frozen, and when it grows upper and upper, it's from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, then it starts melting, it becomes watery. The next point is evaporation is a process in which water vapor changes into liquid on cooling. What is evaporation? Evaporation means that the water vapor changes into liquid by cooling. There is water vapor, which is water's form in gas. When you cool down that state of water, then it changes into liquid when you cool it. For an instance, there is a a complete water vapor and you cool it, you make such an environment where there's much cooling, so it will change into water. Like what happens in the clouds as well, that when the water goes up, it is water vapor from the ocean. When it goes up and then it cools, when it cools, then the steam, the water vapor becomes droplets of water and then it rains. There's a scenario of rain as well. The process of rain is also evaporation. Next point is water is available in all three states in water cycle. What is water cycle now? Water cycle means that the water runs completely in our system, in our whole environment. How does it run? It runs in this way that the water is present in oceans in the form of D2O, not H2O. H2O is that water which we drink, drinking water. D2O is called the heavy water, means the salt water. So water is present in the ocean, and when sun's heat heats the water of the ocean, it evaporates. It goes up and then it becomes clouds. That water vapor changes into gas first and then there are clouds. And when these are clouds, afterwards it goes to different parts of the world. If it is mountains and the temperature is very cold, it becomes ice and snow. It becomes snow and falls. And if it is a plain, then on the plains the water vapor goes and the water vapor falls as rain. And then that water which comes on the land goes and travels through the mountains and through the rivers, and again all that water through the rivers, through the tributaries, through the waters, ponds, lakes or whatever, that all water goes again back to the ocean. And then from the ocean it goes again as rain, and from rain it goes back again to the ocean. So that is called the water cycle. Now in the water cycle, all three states of matter are present. Now first of all, the water is in its liquid form in the ocean. Then it becomes heat, it gets heat and it becomes gas. From gas it becomes and forms clouds, and clouds are also gas. And then again it goes to the mountains or plains on grounds, and then it becomes water again, and sometimes on the mountains as well, and then it becomes snow. So solid, liquid and gas water became all in the water cycle. So in the water cycle, all three states of water come. Drops of water formed on cool surfaces at night due to condensation are called dew. There is condensation when there is a little winter or a little cold. So what happens that water droplets fall on the cold surfaces, like if there is a body of car, body of anything that is made of steel or iron. So the water droplets we see in the morning, they have fallen on some surfaces. So that is called dew. Its name is dew. Next one is fog. Fog is a thick cloud of water droplets on the earth's surface. Fog is formed on the surface of the earth, wherever it is. Like when these are the plains, the low areas like in Sindh or Punjab, it mostly happens whereas the fog is not found on higher plains. Like if you go to Quetta, in Quetta there will be no fog. There will be clouds, yes, but there will be no fog. Fog has no water, but the clouds have water. So fog is found here in the plains like in Sindh and Punjab, but fog is found over here, and in Balochistan there is no fog. There are clouds and the clouds come down. So fog is a thick cloud of water droplets on the earth's surface, just on the earth's surface, not on the higher grounds like on the mountains. Tiny droplets of water are called moisture. When there are very small droplets of water which cannot be like the dew. Dew are very fine droplets which we can see through our eyes, but moisture is something that we cannot see. So these were our today's two lectures, chapter number 4 and chapter number 5, environmental pollution and matter and changes in its state. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed.